Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus 712. Today I'm bringing you some studio domination gameplay here. Basically, this was actually from a live stream the other night, and I'm not going to try to use too many clips from the live streams, just so you guys don't get, see repetitive things over and over. But I haven't sniped in a long time. I actually haven't played Call of Duty for the last couple of nights. I've just been busy with work and life and stuff, so that's why I haven't gotten a chance to upload. But I decided, what the hell, let's pull the sniper out. It's not too bad a gameplay. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's not one of my best. I drop almost 40 kills, which isn't too bad, just running around mainly with a sniper rifle. But I do end up hitting a triple feed. That's pretty nice. Get everybody lined up really well. I don't know how I did it, but like I said, I hit some nice shots in here. I screw up and fuck up a couple of shots, so give me a little bit of slack on that. But anyways, in today's video, I thought I'd talk about basically my top 8 Call of Duty games that I've played. I thought I'd do a little ranking for you guys and just see what you guys think and get some feedback from you guys, what your favorite Call of Duties were, or if you agree with mine. But I figured I'd do a worst to first list, and I'm sure from all the videos I've made thus far, I'm sure you guys know what's going to be my number 1 Call of Duty, and I'm sure you guys know what's going to be last on my list. But I never played any of the original CODs, like I said. If you guys watch my videos and know me real well, or if you don't, basically I started playing Call of Duty when Black Ops 2 was at the very end of its cycle. So basically like a month or two before Ghost officially came out is when I finally really started to get into Call of Duty. So I'm still pretty new to the scene, obviously. I've done quite well. I've come around quite a bit. Anyways, in my opinion, especially when it comes to the competitive scene. But like I said, I figured I'd give you guys my top 8. So to start off with, the worst, or my last on the list, would be, of course, Advanced Warfare. Now, you guys have known from a lot of the videos I've made that I disliked that game from the first time I played it. I really had high hopes for it. I really thought it was going to bring something new and really good to the scene. Unfortunately for me, it really didn't do that. But like I said, the problems with lag issues, gun balancing issues, the jetpacks I don't think were a good idea for Call of Duty. I think it just made the game too chaotic. There wasn't any map control, and there wasn't a lot I could say good about the game. Like I said, I think Sledgehammer was really trying to bring us something new and innovative, and I give them credit for that. I really do. But like I said, the jetpacks made it too chaotic. Basically, there were just a couple of guns that really worked well in the game. Most of them were pretty useless. I wasn't a big fan of the loot system that they had, getting elite guns and professionals and certain variants. I really didn't care for that. 6 and 7 on my list are kind of a toss-up. I could basically go between the two of them. They're pretty equal to me. Would be MW2 and MW3. Those would be 6 and 7 on my list. Now, again, the problem with me, as you guys know, since I didn't get into the scene until late in my my gaming career here, or late into the Call of Duty scene, I didn't get to play these games when they were at their top. Now, when I go back and play MW2, maybe 1 out of 10 matches I get are there's not any problems with lag. There's not YouTubers or YouTubers. Wow, I need to get off the Diet Coke, I guess. Basically, there's noob tubers in every lobby. There's hackers. You have really good quick scopers in the lobbies. You really can't find a good solid lobby without, with the exception of lag. And I mean, the games lag terribly bad. It's just, they're hard to play, the older Call of Duties, and that's why I have these ranked so low. And the same goes for MW3. Now, MW3 I really enjoy. I still enjoy playing that game quite a bit. And the big problem I had with MW3, I didn't care for the maps a lot. I didn't think the guns were necessarily bad at all. I really don't. I actually liked quite a few of the guns in MW3. But the, oh god, what do I want to call it? Basically, there was a lot of lag. The lag compensation in Modern Warfare 3 is what kind of turned me off, and it's still quite poor in that game, even when you play it now. I don't know what they did or what their thinking was when it came to MW3, but in Modern Warfare 3, like I said, the connection, it seemed like a laggy connection was better than having a solid connection. So, and I've got a pretty good internet here, so like I said, I didn't get that advantage, but that's why those two games are so low on the list for me. Even though I love the games, I think MW2 would have been just a blast playing back in the day, but unfortunately I didn't get to play it, so that's why it's ranked so low on my list. At number 5 would be COD 4, and that was basically the game that broke it all for Call of Duty. That was the one that, you know, got everybody into the multiplayer scene. That's kind of what set the tone for Call of Duty, was Call of Duty 4. The game still plays quite well, especially if you get a non-laggy lobby. The game was basically bare bones. I mean, you had a couple of kill streaks. You didn't get to customize them. You didn't get to pick them. You just got them at a certain point. I think it was a UAV, a chopper gunner, and like a Hellstorm type of missile or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but kind of something along those lines. But the game looks phenomenal still. It still plays exceptionally well if you can get a lag-free lobby. That's the problem. When you go back to play the old Call of Duties, it's so difficult to get a great connection, to get a smooth running game. But if I would have gotten to play COD 4 back in the day when it was at its prime, it probably would have been number 2 on my list. Honestly, I mean, it looks great, it plays great, the guns feel great. It's just a great game, and if you guys have never gotten a chance to go back and play it, I recommend going back and playing it. Now, number 4 on my list, you guys may say, what the hell is this even doing that high on my list? Number 4 on my list is actually Call of Duty Ghost. Now, I know Call of Duty Ghost had some issues with it. The maps at launch were a little chaotic, a little too big. Basically didn't have ground war until the Xbox One version came out, which you kind of needed ground war in the old Call of Duty Ghost game because of the maps being so large. And there were some problems with weapon balancing. Basically, the MTAR and the Remington ruled the roost at the beginning, along with the MSBS, which was a phenomenal gun. God, I love that gun. Way too overpowered, but it was a fun gun to use. And then when everybody started using the Vector, basically you had a gun that did everything well. There's the triple feed. Wow, look at that. Look at how lucky I got on that shot. But anyways, when the Vector became dominant from the competitive scene and everything, you basically had a gun that could snipe, shotgun, you had a great sub, you had an assault rifle, you had a pistol, you had everything all in one with that gun. It was just so good. But but Call of Duty Ghost, I love the perk system. There was a lot of perks. You could use basically perks. If you wanted to load up on perks from just one slot, you could do that instead of in the Pick 10 system, which I still think's probably the best. But you know, if I wanted to pick multiple perks from a Tier 1 or a Tier 2, I couldn't. I could do 2, and that was it. But Call of Duty Ghosts, also the hit detection with it, that's another thing. I thought it had the best hit detection in any of the Call of Duties that I played, so that's actually why it's so high on my list. I think if the guns would have, if the damage would have been toned down on the guns a little bit, I think that would have actually been even higher, and like I said, the maps would have been a bit better. When I go to number 3 here, my top 3 are all Treyarch games, so obviously you probably know by there. By the games you played back in the day. Number 3 on my list would be World at War. Basically, it was a lot like COD 4. It was a bare-bones type of Call of Duty, which is what I love. I love when it comes down to you and your gun, and that's it. I don't like kill streaks. I really don't. They're fun to use. They're fun to play with. Like I said, when you get on a big streak, it's fun to destroy the entire team, but I like that bare-bones approach. There were a few broken guns in the game, the MP40 and such, but like I said, the maps were laid out well. It had that classic grungy World War II feel. And like I said, I love the bare-bones type of play. Going to number 2, Black Ops 1. That was the game that basically I started playing right before I got into Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 I started playing that summer. I picked up Black Ops 2, and of course Ghost was on its way out, so I played a game that was a couple of years old. But I loved Black Ops 1. I loved the feel of it. I loved the weapons of it. Of course, the FAMAS dominated in that game, but there were so many guns that worked. You know, what was it, the G12 or I can't even remember. The last assault rifle you unlocked that was a 3-round burst. It was like the M16, but better. The maps were fun to play on that game. I actually loved Nuketown on the first Black Ops. Not in the second Black Ops, but the first Black Ops. And like I said, when it comes to just the fun factor in that game, it just, you know, there's only one game that I thought was probably more exciting and more enjoyable to play than Black Ops 1, and of course that'll be number 1 on my list. But of course there were some hip detection issues and some lag issues, but you're going to get that with any Call of Duty. And of course, taking the number 1 spot, as you guys know, and what I'm playing here is Black Ops 2. By far the best game when it comes to balance. All the guns worked in this game. Basically, they all had a niche role. The competitive scene was unbelievable. It was basically got me to love Call of Duty, this game right here, Black Ops 2. Like I said, the snipers were a bit overpowered. Hit detection could be wonky at times, but I think the hit detection for the most part in Black Ops 2 was pretty solid. But like I said, the competitive modes, Search and Destroy, was so fun to play on this game. The guns, the colors, the color palette, it was a pretty game. The maps were extremely well designed. You had classics like Raid and Stand Ass. So I mean, this game was just, it was brilliant. That's what makes me so excited for Black Ops 3. But anyways, guys, I wanted to bring you a video kind of letting you know a little bit more about me as a YouTuber and as a gamer and a Call of Duty player. And I wanted to let you guys know what my favorites were. So I want to hear about your favorites in the comments section. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next video, and Bo out.